We began our quarterfinals with a bang. Over 100 athletes ran the course, but only 8 made it through unscathed, including Brian Orozco, a free runner from San Francisco, the Platt brothers, a family of acrobatic performers from San Diego, and Ibrahim Peak from Albany, New York, who recently lost 70 pounds just to compete in this year's event. Now, another 100 competitors will attempt what's proving to be an almost impossible course. With only 30 spots available, who will earn a seat at the semi-finals and a chance at Mount Midoriyama, the world's most difficult obstacle course? Who will earn $250,000 in cash and a chance to be the first American Ninja Warrior? I'm Iseman alongside Jimmy Smith. Welcome to American Ninja Warrior. Jimmy, let's start off by putting things into perspective. Only 3 people ever in the history of the world have completed the course at Mount Midoriyama. Have you seen anybody yet in qualifying you think has a legitimate shot?
Well, there have been some strong times posted, but some great athletes have yet to run, including Levi Muhlenberg, the only American to make it to stage 3 in Japan twice. He runs later. There are a lot of great competitors to keep your eye on today.
And with over 200 competitors still to run, they'll be looking to add their names on our leaderboard. There are 8 names on there already, led by a very impressive Brian Orozco. But will 30 people be able to complete what's proving to be a very difficult course? We're about to find out. All right, we're almost ready to go. Let's check in with Alison Haislip.
It is day 2, guys, and as you can see, the crowds are back. It is insane down here. It is bigger and bolder. And speaking of big and bold, I got Ruthless Perry with me, a.k.a. Blackie Chan. Now, sir, you made it in our top 30 last time. Unfortunately, fell on the jumping bars, which is in our first 6 obstacles this time around. How are you feeling about that?
I feel a lot more confident because I don't have to do Tarzan swing before and save my life and pull myself up and then do that. So I feel a lot better. The crowd's feeding us energy. We love them. We love G4. It's on.
There we go. Blackie Chan, take 2. American Ninja Warrior, take 2. It's going to be awesome.
Let's be honest. If you're tackling the Ninja Warrior course and you're calling yourself Blackie Chan, you would better do well.
I would definitely agree with you there, Matt.
I was doing well out of the gate. Little double step, but very fast through the quad steps. Rosales is a black belt in Chinese Kempo Karate. He has over 21 years of martial arts under his belt.
He does. He's also a gymnastics coach, so he has plenty of skills to draw on when it comes to beating this course. He's on the spider wall, seems to be struggling a little here.
He is 185 pounds. He's got a lot of muscle.
He grabbed the top of the wall, and unfortunately, that means Blackie Chan is disqualified.
And here you see him start to lose his balance and grab the top of the spider wall out of reflex. Quite a shock, Matt. I had him in my top 30.
Coming up right now, we have 30-year-old Shauna Martin, a competitive log roller from Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm a 5-time world champion log roller and boom runner. I've been a gymnast my entire life too, so I do a lot of gymnastics training as well. I was so excited to see the Bridge of Blades because it is almost identical to the sport of boom running, where we sprint across logs that are spinning and bobbing, and you can't fall in, and you have to go really fast. I am living at risk for a disease called Huntington's disease. It's a neurological brain disorder that my mom has suffered from the past 16 years, and it usually onsets in middle ages, which means my days are numbered. I do have a 50% chance of having this disease. This run is definitely dedicated to my mom because everything I do in life is dedicated to her, and I'm trying to live life to the fullest in honor of her.
You can't not root for Shauna, the amount she's accomplished already. Let's see how she does through the quad steps. A little awkward technique.
Not only is Shauna a world champion log roller, but she also conquered Mount Kilimanjaro. This is not a woman who takes no for an answer.
Clearly in fantastic shape, a 5-time log rolling champion. Oh, she's almost down, Jimmy.
Oh, but she hangs on. This crowd way behind her, Matt.
Great recovery there. Let's see how she does in the Bridge of Blades. She should be right at home on this.
It spins just like a logboat in water, so hopefully she has the footwork for it.
Oh, down and down hard. The crowd disappointed, but what a great effort by Shauna Martin.
And the 5-time champion log roller could not make it past the Bridge of Blades.
Well, she's with our reporter Alison Haislip right now.
Shauna, the one thing you were confident about tripped you up. What happened?
Oh my, it's so different than the sport I do because there's no straight track to hit. You've got to hit one of those pads.
Hey, well, congratulations. I'm happy you even made it to that point.
Thank you so much.
Up next, a 27-year-old chef out of Seattle, Washington, Cyan Sukrachan. A little stumble there. Looking real good through 3 of the first 4 quad steps and then barely regains it.
Yeah, but he got through.
Onto the rope swing. Let's see if he's a little more cautious in his approach here.
Nice high jump, and he let go at the right altitude. That's important.
Well, not necessarily looking so pretty, but he is getting through the obstacles onto the Bridge of Blades.
This one's a killer, and it killed him.
He is down, and it wasn't looking good for him, but he was getting through until the dreaded Bridge of Blades. Well, tackling the course now, the very animated, literally 29-year-old Arturo Nunez.
He's a jouster from Inglewood. I'm from Southern California. I've never heard the words jousting and Inglewood in the same sentence.
Well, I just hope he doesn't get wet.
Looks like a Sherpa guide, actually. And there we go.
Why did I see that coming? At the starting line now, 22-year-old out of Haislip, New Jersey, Sean Humphreys.
You know, he can bench press 215, deadlift 425. Will he make it into the later obstacles where upper body strength is important? We'll have to see.
Well, he got through the quad steps, didn't have much of a need for upper body strength there, but it was his lower body that barely got him through, Jimmy.
Well, not much of a jump, leaning way back, but he makes it.
Looked pretty smooth there onto the Bridge of Blades. Now, this is something where you really want to be light on your feet.
Doesn't have it too heavy.
Another fall on the Bridge of Blades. The torture continues. Getting ready to tackle the course right now, first-time competitor Douglas Oliva.
26 years old, and he's a recent graduate of George Mason University. Works as a photographer and swim instructor.
I gotta say, I watched this training video. Phenomenal strength. Push-ups, hundreds of them.
Those push-ups barely get him over the rope swing. I think he's all right, though.
Again, you see the balance between strength and it just... Oh! Did he touch down? I don't see a flag, and he makes it through the Bridge of Blades.
Now here's where that strength really comes in handy. The spider jump and the jumping bars, that's all upper body strength. Does he have enough of it?
Little stumble there. He is clearly fatigued by it.
He's also had trouble with his agility. Like you said, very strong, but is he agile enough to make the most out of it?
Douglas is a first-generation American. His parents actually moved here from El Salvador during their Civil War. He says they moved here to give their kids a better life, and Douglas has definitely made good on that, and just made good on the jumping bars, Jimmy. Well, we're closing in on a minute. Taking time. Will he regret those seconds?
Not enough momentum from the beginning. He started sprinting a little bit too late.
I just don't think he has enough of the tank to get up this, and takes a fall just regrouping. I gotta say, I'm really surprised. Looking at how capable and strong he looked on his training video, expected more. His run is over. Our next competitor is Ryan Stevens, a college student from Fulton, Mississippi. Ryan describes himself as a super fan of the show, here to cheer him on his girlfriend, Jacqueline.
And they met when they both discovered a passion for Ninja Warrior.
Well, let's see if that passion pays off here.
Good job through the quad steps, very agile. He's got a tall, long build.
And it's always great when you...
Whoa! Did he touch the wall? I think he made it.
Very, very close. And Jacqueline is thrilled to see him still going. And I gotta say, I'm thrilled to see a super fan living out his dream on the course.
That is great. I don't know why she's holding the monkey. That must be helping. And he makes it again.
I gotta say, looking at that impact, Jacqueline cannot be happy with that. That's gotta affect the relationship.
That's what you get when you date an aspiring Ninja Warrior.
Now, here's where his build might work against him. He's tall, but he doesn't have a very muscular build, only 148 pounds, but he's getting through it.
Real awkward technique. Let's see if those tough impacts and that awkward form catches up with him here.
Another upper body tester, but he's long. I think he can go hand-to-hand on this, kind of jumping a little bit, but so far it's working for him.
A little bit of a hybrid technique. Time so far, not bad, but he cannot waste any more seconds.
No, he's got to make it over the warped wall very quickly. I don't think he can have more than one try and be competitive.
Well, let's see how he does. I got to say, I'm anxious, and I know Jacqueline is too. Taller guy.
Oh! Doesn't quite make it. I think he stepped at the wrong time. He's long. Might be able to get on the second try. Going for a good speed, and he makes it!
He's up, and he is thrilled! Well, I gotta think, at that one dismount, Jacqueline's gotta be happy just to see him upright, and even more ecstatic, he completed the course. Now that is Ninja Warrior love. So Ryan Stevens makes it onto our leaderboard with a time of 1:27.37. That puts him in 8th place, just ahead of Cheetah Flat. So far, we've seen a super fan turned contender etch his name onto our leaderboard. Next, will returning semi-finalist William Spencer finally make it to Japan? Are there even 30 contestants tough enough to make it through this year's brutal course? We'll find out when we come back. Jimmy, the search is underway for the 10 Americans who will travel to Japan to take on Mount Midoriyama. Right now, we're still in the qualifying round looking for our top 30 athletes.
But so far, only a select few have made it, including Brian Orozco, Ryan Cousins, and Ryan Stevens, who just finished in 1 minute 27.37 seconds.
What's been knocking people out? Well, we've looked at the numbers, and one obstacle has taken out more competitors than any other so far: the Bridge of Blades. It's been a killer, taking out almost a quarter of the competition already.
Well, it's something competitors haven't seen before, but if you want to represent America at Mount Midoriyama, you have to be able to adapt to whatever they throw at you. But right now, it's tossing potential names off the leaderboard left and right.
Now at the starting line, it's Jim Klimek of Los Angeles, California.
Let's see if he has the stuff to get through this.
Oh, almost down on the quad steps.
The script not exactly going his way.
Got to recover. You know, it's one obstacle after the next. You can't get mentally lost.
Not a smooth dismount there on the rope swing.
Oh, the Bridge of Blade.
Unbelievable.
Remember, you're not allowed to touch the ground, but you can climb back up again. He does, feet first.
Impressive, but I gotta say, that has to be exhausting.
Not only exhausting, it's taking a lot of time.
Finally real smooth through that, and now it's time for the jumping bars.
Doesn't even get a hold of the bar. Just an awkward run from the beginning.
But what a dramatic dismount, a full flip!
If you're gonna fall, fall big, man.
Once again, a 10 on the dive. Stepping up to the course now, a familiar face, tall Paul Darnell.
Well, he was a top 10 finisher, went to Japan last year, had a nasty injury in Japan that knocked him out of the competition, but a lot of the best consider him one of the best, so he's a guy to look out for.
When you're there in Japan, the one thing you don't want to do is get injured, and unfortunately that happened to me. There was one obstacle, the half pipe, that's the one I got hurt on. When I landed, I thought I actually snapped my ankle. Very disheartening to go out like that. Well, it's been a year since that's happened, and my ankle is fine. I did a lot of rehab on it, so it's good to go, and I don't even think it's going to be a problem this year.
If he's healthy, he should be one of the top finishers here.
And off into the quad steps.
Ankle looks good so far.
Absolutely the best one through it, onto the rope swing. He's a stuntman as well, so a little rough landing there.
Well, stunt guys, they throw themselves into stuff like that, but he only gets one take on this.
Oh, and he is down on the Bridge of Blades. So the newest obstacle takes out one of the favorites. Paul Darnell is done.
Well, if Paul Darnell can't do it, how are we going to find 30 people who can? This guy's a professional stuntman.
He's with Alison Haislip right now.
Oh, what happened?
Ooh, that one took me out.
Yeah.
Kind of got a little lost after the rope swing. I think I planted too heavy foot on the first one. It took me out.
Yeah, how are you feeling about it all?
You know, that's the one I was worried about, and it happened, so it's all good.
Thanks, Alison. Next up, a returning competitor, Victor Rivera. We had a chance to ask him about his preparation this year.
Last time, I actually made it to the buzzer. I just wasn't fast enough to get into the semifinals, which was disappointing because I was, so close. This year, it's gonna change. For the last year, this has been my entire focus. All my training has revolved around getting better for this competition. I work out no matter what, rain, sleet, snow, stick, like nothing's stopping me. The biggest concern is gonna be my speed. I think that's gonna be on my mind because that was my crusher last time.
He's a college student who's studying Japanese. He's hoping to use some of that at Mount Midoriyama.
He's 5'10", weighs 155 pounds, definitely what you'd call lean and mean. Now, he made the top 30 last year briefly and then got bumped out, so he knows what it's like to be on the bubble. He doesn't want to be there again.
Well, he's lining up for the Bridge of Blades. Let's see how he does going through it.
Tall and long, you saw those gigantic steps, they got him through. Now with his build, you wonder, does he have the arm strength to get through the spider jump and the jumping bars?
It looks like with his height, he was actually having trouble getting his legs out far enough. But he seems to be slowing down here, wants to make sure he has the trampoline just right. We have seen some people misjudge it, although this is costing Victor some precious time.
His mother, Donna, looking on, says he's grateful to her because not only did he turn her home into an obstacle course, but he trains there every day. Hopefully it pays off here.
One more, you got it, boy. Got it. There you go.
Gathering himself for the walk wall. He's got to make it on this first run if he wants to be a serious contender. Wow! Hand slip, but somehow managed to hold on. A minute 10:56. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. Victor Rivera is currently in the top 10 with a time of 1:10:56. Let's see if it holds up.
A time that would not have cut it last year, but with this year's course, it could very well stand.
Now for something in the category of strange or perhaps historical, 27-year-old Joshua Kritzberg.
I think his nickname he goes by is Caveman. You can tell by the skins he's wearing or the dreadlocks. What gives him away?
Well, we'll pretend there's flame at the end of this and he's on a quest for fire.
Man, transformation.
Modernized. Through the quad steps and his way.
I wonder how much worse he would have done with the skins on.
Well, Jimmy, if he wants to make it to Japan, I guess next year he'll have to evolve. Jimmy, there are a lot of returning athletes who are here today looking for a shot at redemption.
Yeah, and one of them is William Spencer. He was one of the most impressive athletes from last season's American Ninja Warrior. Made it to the top 15, looked headed for Japan until he fell short when he passed out due to dehydration.
Well, I gotta say, I've really been looking forward to this run to see what he's learned from last year. Through the quad steps, no problem. This is really one of our all-stars. He was the fastest qualifier last year from Colorado. Wow, did he go through the Bridge of Blades with no problem.
No hesitation, too, on the spider jump, and he is trucking.
He's very high up.
He's tall, got long limbs. I think that'll help him out.
29 seconds in on the jumping bars, going a little slower than I thought he would through this.
Well, I think he can one-hand it. He has the arm length, but he's getting through it no problem. But the warped wall has been the death of a lot of competitors so far.
Right up, doesn't even pause to collect himself. Oh my God! He almost ran straight up 45.75. William Spencer has rocketed into third place.
And that is a great time. I think what we're looking at for the top 30, around a minute, getting under a minute, you have a chance to get in that top 30 in 45 seconds. I think that'll hold for a while.
And William is with Alison Haislip right now.
Any surprises out there for you?
That twirly wheel thing is no joke.
I saw you just leapt it instead of dealing with it.
I was scared.
That's why you were scared, or you did it because you were scared?
I was scared.
Well, William may have been scared, but his time is going to put the fear into a lot of competitors.
He just blew the doors off this course with a time of 45.75 seconds. And if we look at our leaderboard, that pushes Adam LaPlante out of third place. So far, 11 athletes have defeated what seemed like an impossible course. But William Spencer's electrifying run just energized this entire crowd. And we still have top competitors yet to run, including National Guardsman Ryan Stratus and last year's semi-finalist David Campbell, whose eyes are dead set on Japan when American Ninja Warrior returns. We're here in Venice Beach, California for more of the qualifying round of American Ninja Warrior. Jimmy, what's the biggest difference you see between this year's competition and last year's?
Well, without a doubt, it's the level of the athletes. As this competition is getting more popular, the athletes themselves are taking it more and more seriously.
And we can see that as more and more people are starting to clear the course. Thanks in part to William Spencer, who rocketed into third place with a time of 45.75 seconds. Since then, it seems like the competition has turned a corner as 4 more people have cleared the course. Chad Simpson, a filmmaker out of Los Angeles, finished the course in 154.30. Lauren Ball, a gymnastics coach out of Glendale, Colorado, vaulted through the course in 59.47 seconds. Aaron Carson, a cinematography student from BYU, completed the course in 126.71 seconds. And Levi McGlathery out of Austin, Texas, who had a little trouble on the rope swing, managed to complete the course in 149 flat. There are now 15 competitors who have made it through the course. We are halfway to our top 30. Now at the starting line is acrobat and stuntman Brent Stephenson from Sandy, Utah.
Brent isn't the tallest guy. He's 5'8", 150 pounds, but he does have a lot of experience in gymnastics and parkour. In fact, he trains with some of the Tempest guys like Brian Orozco and Levi Muhlenberg.
And his technique looking a little rough. Good through the rope swing, though. But there's really no way to figure out this bridge of blades other than going for it. And
went for it nicely.
Light on his feet into the spider jump. Not much hesitation, but getting sideways, never a good sign. This has to be taxing on the muscles, Jimmy.
No, it certainly is, but he's going really quickly. 32 seconds to the jumping bars. That's a good time.
He's a stunt man, and let's see how he does on the jumping bars. Clearly no fear with this kid.
Going one-handed very fast.
Whoa. And he's picking up seconds now, Jimmy.
And he could have a decent time if he gets this in one.
Oh! Well, that's something that training with the vets, it's not the same as actually doing the course before. First time on the warp wall, not much luck.
And he's on number 2, and that's going to be a decent time. Around a minute. Will it hold up?
Wow! Real impressive, though. I think he's shown he belongs with the big boys. So Brent Stephenson pushes Victor Rivera out of 8th place with a time of 1:02.74. That puts 16 contestants on the board. Jimmy, the times we've seen so far have been solid, but here to challenge them, another American Ninja Warrior veteran, David Campbell. In last year's semifinals, David made a big impression even though he didn't make it to Japan. He did, however, compete at Ninja Warrior 22 and has that past experience to draw on.
I've made it to the end of stage 1, but not in the time limit. Completing the final stage would be really satisfying. It's been my goal for a long time, and I think I can do it. Well, I thought it would be a really good idea to build a whole course and just practice going through the obstacles as fast as possible. There's a lot of people that say no American will ever complete Sasuke or even, complete the 3rd stage, and I want to prove them wrong.
David Campbell, as fierce a competitor as it gets.
He doesn't just have the training, but you see he has the attitude. He really, really wants to succeed.
And so graceful through the quad steps. That is a veteran right there.
Oh, and he has trouble on the rope swing. A huge surprise considering he has one in his backyard. Hopefully that's not a difference maker.
Imagine if the one you made at home is just a little bit shorter. It's not the same, but I think he's making up time here.
No hesitation into the spider jump. Absolutely annihilating the course right now, Jimmy. Up into the jumping bars, and again, the two-handed technique, I think he just doesn't want to make a mistake right now.
Yeah, but right now his time is looking pretty good. Once again, I think the minute is about the cutoff you want, and he looks like he can get under that if he gets this in one.
And I know he's motivated by last year's disappointment. No trouble up the warp wall, and a time of 52.45 seconds. I think that'll be enough.
He got into some trouble on the rope swing. Hopefully that doesn't put his place in the top 30 in jeopardy.
He's with Alison Haislip right now.
That is the David Campbell we know. Cool, collected. How you feel after that?
I got nervous, actually.
Oh, no.
And the Velcro didn't detach when I went to swing it.
So there was some technical difficulty, it sounds like.
Back a little bit, yeah. It's okay, though.
Now, that blade bridge, you've never tackled it before. How was that?
It was kind of like expected. I was a little bit nervous about it, but it wasn't bad.
Well, I'm not sure the other competitors would agree, but David Campbell takes his first step towards Japan with a time of 52.45 seconds. That puts him in 4th place, just behind William Spencer. Our next competitor, Ryan Stratis, is a certified Ninja Warrior super fan. He competed in the contest last year with the qualifying round time of 1 minute 13 seconds. Not quite good enough to get him into the top 30.
Last year, I was doing great, slowed down on the pipe slider, and then I got to the warp wall and it stopped me. Took me 3 tries to get up the thing. My time wasn't good enough to get to the next round, so gonna try and remedy that this time around.
Veteran in more than one way. He is all Army. 37th, just made the cut last time. He's so motivated this time around.
He's pumped up, and so is the crowd, 100% behind him. Good through the quad steps.
Wow, almost spilled out on the rope swing, but he's there.
Quickly through the bridge of blades, right into the spider jump. Wow, great transition, going through it with ease. Just takes a second to collect himself onto the jumping bars.
Good job building a little momentum, getting his swing back and forth, and this costs you a lot of arm strength. Kind of modified technique, not going hand over hand, a little bit of a jump. And he makes it. His time looks really strong right now, Matt.
You know, he got burned last year, and you can see he does not want that to happen again. Onto the warped wall.
Right in the first run. Can he do it in 2? I think he can, but he can't spend a lot of time.
Collecting himself, but you know in his head the clock is ticking as well.
Both hands over, beautiful job.
Beautiful effort by Ryan Stratus. The crowd goes nuts, down on his knees, and he is exhausted. And a salute to you, Ryan Stratus. I have a feeling we'll be seeing him in the semifinals. Ryan Stratus takes 8th place with a time of 58.56 seconds. That pushes Lauren Ball and Brent Stephenson down the ladder. After a slow start, the leaderboard is really starting to fill up. Still to run, a trio of road-tripping friends from Florida. But who else is destined to leave their mark? Hundreds have showed up hoping to earn a trip to Mount Midoriyama and a chance at $250,000.
Yeah, but they have to get through the qualifying round first. Only 30 will make it on to the next round, and those spots are rapidly filling up.
That's right, Jimmy. Pretty soon it won't be enough just to complete the course. You'll have to do it fast because it's all about the time. Meanwhile, competitors continue to work their way through the course, including George Dunwoody, a radio installer from Colorado, who was very much in tune with the time of 1:16.89. Mike Moe, a martial arts instructor from Los Angeles, got beat up on our bridge of blades, but managed to scrape through in 1:39.56. Andrew Tabor, another athlete from Colorado, had some trouble on the warped wall, but managed to complete the course in 56.50 seconds. And Ryan Rochelle, a college student from Santa Monica, absolutely schooled the course in just 50.69 seconds. Let's see how that affects our leaderboard. Ryan and Andrew have cracked the top 10. George nabs the 15th spot, while Mike is near the bottom at 20th. Now let's see if our next competitor can add his name to the list. Up next to try to stake his claim in the American Ninja Warrior folklore is Robert Mullenix from Hagerstown, Maryland. 31-year-old factory worker who flew in from Maryland just to be on American Ninja Warrior.
Well, apparently they allow him to have a mohawk at the factory because he is rocking the punk gear right now.
Well, the punk rocker makes it through the rope swing. But the bridge of blades just rocked him.
Oh, the bridge of blades is one of those where you miss, you hit hard. Looks like it may have hurt him a little bit, may have landed on his head there.
Wow, he's got a nasty gash over that right eye. Well, the bridge of blades has really just been probably the nastiest obstacle we've seen in this qualifying round.
Even a lot of people that have made it, they've hit their hip, they've had to climb over it, and it's cost them a lot of time.
We try to keep the course as safe as possible with all the padding, but Jimmy, as you well know, there are inherent risks with any sport.
You're flying at an obstacle with all of your body weight. Stuff happens, that's the way it goes. Looks like he's gonna be okay though.
Well, our next group of athletes all hail from the Tampa, Florida area. Last year's semifinalist Sean Morris, Philip DeFreitas, and newcomer Thomas Hall.
My buddy, Sean Morris, is here this year. He took us out front of our acting building, actually, and ran up the wall and then did a backflip off of the staircase. And from then on, we were kind of hooked. We all trained together. We really hope to make it in the semifinals. At first, I'm the kind of guy that's just a little quiet, a little greenhorn in the whole situation. I think my chances are pretty good. There's a lot of tough competition out here, but I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, isn't it appropriate that the eager rookie is up first?
Well, 6'1", 175 pounds. He's comparatively big for this course, man.
But the long legs serving him well in the quad steps real quick through it.
And he doesn't need much of a swing to get the other side, being 6'1", and he doesn't. I think he just hesitated to let go, Matt. We've seen that happen before.
It looked like he just wasn't sure. Maybe grabbed a little high, down lower this time. Oh, he is so close to the water. No flag, though, Jimmy. It looks like he didn't touch.
He's going to take that long, good, short steps, and he makes it through the bridge of blades. Not pretty. He's still going.
You know, again, he's the new guy. He's very eager, but going through the spider jump, the height there making his form look a little awkward.
But he can still get a decent time. I think he needs to go fast from here on out.
Now here, with his height, certainly should be able to do the one-arm technique, but looks like he's switching to the two-handed jump. I'm not sure what he's thinking there.
Yeah, same thing with a rope swing, just under-committing by just a bit, and it's costing him some time, but he can get under a minute if he does this in one.
I think there's really no room for error here if he wants to advance, and here he goes up the warped wall. And the height is off. He's got it, Jimmy.
He's right around a minute 4. I think that's a pretty respectable time.
And I'll tell you who's nervous now, his two travel companions from Florida. And next up is Hall's mentor, last year's semi-finalist, Sean Morris.
Last year, messed up running through some tires.
Sean's struggling here. Oh, and it looks like he misses a tire. He's gonna have to start over.
Well, last year, it's been kind of on my mind, but I'm more just happy to be here again. I think I'm good enough to make it to the top 15. Last year, had I not messed up on those challenges, I would have gone, so I'm feeling pretty good this year. My biggest concern this year is just careless error. Just trying to block that out.
Sean, one of our top competitors, is 6'1", 169 pounds, moving quickly through the quad steps. He was in the top 15 last year, but did not advance to Japan. You know he wants to improve on last year's performance.
You see that edge in everyone who has competed before. They seem so motivated to get back there, Matt.
And I wonder if he learned from watching his... Whoa! If he watching Thomas's run. Little rough on the bridge of blades, but made it look intentional, didn't he?
But I like that roll. He didn't lose any momentum, and he's got a lot of speed at the end of the jumping spider.
Wow, this is fun. Looked real smooth through the spider jump, onto the jumping bars. Again, the two-handed technique. Now he's switching to a little bit of a hybrid. Looking good. I think he may have an edge on Thomas so far.
I think he's shooting for under a minute. He can get it, certainly, if he gets this in one. Bang, and he is up.
Made it look real easy. His time, 49 seconds. Well, he's excited, and he should be a time of 49.76. With Sean now is Alison.
Sean, obviously fun. You said so on the course. What the hell did you yell at the end there?
There are 3 of us.
There are 3 of us. What does that mean?
Don't tell Super 8, but there are 3 of us in a 2-person hotel.
Oh my God. All right, best ending to a run ever. Just under 50 seconds. Fantastic time. Are you feeling good about making it to tomorrow?
I'm happy about this.
Wonderful. I'm glad you're having a good time, sir. Go enjoy it with your 2 other roommates.
Well, if they win $250,000 at Mount Midoriyama, then I think they can each afford their own room. But up now, the 3rd member of the Florida Triumvirate, it's Phil DeFreitas, a 24-year-old OR technician.
Having a little trouble on the quad set, but he's through it.
On to the rope swing now. Again, the rope swing has proven so difficult for so many competitors.
Oh, rough landing, but he makes it through. Now on to the bridge of blades, which has been the kryptonite for so many athletes.
And it looks like he's taking a couple misstarts here. I think he wants to make sure he Oh! And DeFreitas is down on the bridge of blades.
It's not 3 for 3, only 2 musketeers now, Matt.
Yeah, Thomas and Sean are disappointed, but not as disappointed as Phil. Let's take a look at our leaderboard where Sean Morris and Thomas Hall both leap into our top 15. Hundreds have taken their best shot at the qualifying course, and just 5 spots remain open. We've seen some amazing runs already, including Ryan Stratus, the Army National Guardsman from Kennesaw, Georgia. Sean Morris and Thomas Hall, friends from Florida, made their mark as well. And how about David Campbell, last year's semi-finalist, who took down the course in 52.45 seconds. But they weren't the only athletes to stake their claim in our top 30. Competitors continue to defeat the course, like rock climber Christopher Geis, who climbed the mountain in 1:03.60 seconds. Former Detroit Pistons cheerleader Andrew Carson, who fired off a time of 1:06.02. Sean O'Brien, a personal trainer from Washington, D.C., who stumbled early on, but still managed to whip the course into shape at 1:11.68. And Travis Rosen from Franklin, Tennessee, who surprised even himself with a time of 46.73 seconds, putting him in 4th place. So let's see how that affects our current leaderboard.
With those 4 runs, that puts 28 athletes on the board, leaving only 2 spots available. Coming up,
Kane Sinclair. He's a stuntman from Panorama, California, who's looking to take a repeat trip to Mount Midoriyama.
Jumping the spider,
My run last year went pretty good. I did my best to make it through. I thought I had more time than I did. I thought I heard somebody yell that I had 30 seconds. They said 13 seconds, and ended up getting right up to the buzzer, but ran out of time. I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of time and I didn't wear myself out, but that's pretty much what I ended up doing. My strategy this year is to throw caution to the wind. I've already been there once. I've lived the opportunity that most people dream of, and this year, there's no holding back.
Top 10 qualifier last year, Kane Sinclair.
Looks great on the quad step.
Just floating right through it onto the rope swing. Again, maybe experience will really pay off.
Well, it is so far. Look at that landing.
And just flies over the bridge of blades. Into the spider jump now. A little awkward here.
He's having a little trouble with this one, turning his hip, but looks like he's not falling, and that's the important part, Matt. From here, you can see the look of determination on his face. He is so focused, Matt.
To come as close as he did last year and come up short, you know he does not want that to happen again.
Now he has plenty of time right now to size up the warped wall, and he looks like he's taking it.
But a little surprised that he's taking it after talking about throwing caution to the wind. But he is up, and he ends up with a fantastic time of just over 50 seconds. That's one of the best times we've seen, and that puts Kane Sinclair in 6th place, just behind Sean Morris. He should be safe in our top 30. Up now, a 24-year-old who graduated from Gonzaga University, Phil Booty.
Oh, looking right now, I don't know if he has the physique to exactly get through this course, Matt.
Well, you never know. Let's see how he does on the quad steps. Pretty light on his feet for a bigger guy, but the rope swing, this is where that upper body mass could work against him.
If the rope will hold him, we'll have to see.
Jimmy, I'm glad you're saying this. He went right into the wall.
Wow, just no upswing at all, swung right down.
You know, I hope he comes back next year, maybe a little trimmer.
Well, that's not the only embarrassing finish we've seen. Plenty of athletes have been taken out by the course, but none of them compares to this warrior wipeout of the day.
Riders assistant Jim Klimak from LA fought his way to the jumping bars, but an untimely leap ultimately did him in. Coming up now, the most experienced ninja warrior from America, Levi Muhlenberg, 24-year-old free runner from Traverse City, Michigan.
This will be my 6th time attempting the Ninja Challenge course. I've made it all the way to Japan to the 3rd stage, where I was taken out by the cliffhanger twice. Every time I go, I feel like there is some kind of expectation or pressure, but I try my best to keep that out of my mind.
Well, the question, Matt, is whether or not Levi will even get to Japan. This course has been an absolute killer this year, taking out top athletes like Ruselis Perry and Paul Darnell.
Real smooth through the quad steps. Into the rope swing now. Let's see how Levi does it. A little rough on the dismount, Jimmy.
Everyone's had trouble with that landing. Even a pro like Levi Muhlenberg gets through it, but does not land smoothly. But great job on the bridge of blades.
Even though he's never done that obstacle, the guy just knows how to get passing. A little stumble there on the spider jump, but he's through it safely.
Look at the jump off the trampoline for the jumping bars. He's getting a lot of it and going one-handed. He's flying through this court.
You know, Levi, you can just see the experience. What is that, Jimmy? I think he's getting a little confident, and why should he be? 42.92. We expected big things from Levi Muhlenberg. He delivered.
And you saw the combination of athleticism, experience, and confidence.
His girlfriend, Brenda, looking on. This is a place she is all too familiar with, I'm sure.
Levi again shows he's at the top of his game, even does a little showboating at the end of his run.
He's with Alison Haislip right now.
You never fail to finish with some flair.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about having fun. I mean, just check this out. If it's not fun,
You're not doing it right. There you go. Words to live by. Well, congratulations, dude. If we don't see you in the top 30, I don't know what I do.
Thanks a lot.
And Levi comes through again with a time of 42.92 seconds. Levi takes second place just behind his friend and training partner, Brian Orozco. Chad Simpson slides down to the 30th spot, putting him in danger of being the first contestant to get knocked off the leaderboard. We now have 30 names on the board. The question is, will their times hold? With over 100 competitors left to run, it now becomes a race against the clock. Only the top 30 athletes will advance to the semifinals, where they'll face new obstacles and risk it all to earn a spot at Mount Midoriyama. There they can win $250,000 and become the first ever American Ninja Warrior. For Jimmy Smith and Alison Haislip, I'm Matt Iseman. We'll see you next time.